Welcome into game number 2 today from the HWSA World Series. This is the Division I semifinals. Both this game and the game after this will be to decide who goes on to the actual HWSA World Series championship. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. And 0-1. The count as that misses up and away. Michael Bogadon to lead things off here for Carolina. Give you the starting lineups here in just a moment as this misses up and away, and the count now moves to 2-1. For Tulsa, the Jaguars will give you their defensive lineup after this pitch. A 2-1 delivery here is shot foul and out of play, and it'll even up at 2-2. Out in left field today is Brandon Johnson. Over in right is Evan Jacoby. Around the infield, Will Grantham is at third. Ben Replogo will be at shortstop today. Over at second base is Moss. Down there at first is Keaton McDaniel. Behind the plate is Jimmy Coons. And on the mound is Josiah Lynn. As this popped up into deep right center, and that's going to fall in for a leadoff double off the bat of Michael Bogadon. It's a in business early situation here for Carolina. This misses up and away. 1-0 the count. This chop back up toward the middle, played at short. The throw across to first is in time, and one gone for Carolina. And that will be Ryan Kirk stepping up to the plate, the number 3 hitter for the team out of Charlotte. The Royals trying to get something across here early. Runner down at third base with one out here in the first. Off-speed pitch misses low and away, and 1-0 the count on Kirk. Lynn's pitch here is fastball right down the middle for a strike, and will even up at 1-1. I know one way I can get the answer to some of this. I'll look it up in the book. This popped up into shallow center, drifting out, and trying to make the play was the second baseman, Moss, and he couldn't quite come up with it, and it will fall in for a hit and a run scored as Michael Bogadon will score and make it a 1-0 lead for Charlotte. So David Graves to step up to the plate here is one gone. Runner down at first, swing and a miss. Runner trying to take second. That throw is way high. And in with the stolen base is Ryan Kirk. So now a runner in scoring position once again for the Royals, and Graves facing a 1-2 count. David, the DH here today for Seth Graves. And there's a called third strike on a pitch right down the middle. Down on strikes goes Graves, and now 2 gone in the inning. And that will bring Anthony Meyer, the second baseman, to the plate. So let's pop back on a play, and 0-1 the count on Myers. 1 run across here in the first, with 2 gone, as the Jaguars trying to get out of a little bit of trouble here in inning 1. Pitch here from Lynn is chopped down toward first. That will get foul. And the count now 0-2 on Myers. Myers will be found in the order by Jacob Thompson and then Nick Malagisi due up here for the Royals. That misses, low and away. The count will move to 1-2 with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Already 1 run across for the Royals. Again, this is the Division I semis. Berth in the championship game tomorrow on the line here. That shot foul as well, and it'll stay now at 1-2. Let's chop back up the middle and goes underneath the glove of the shortstop, Ben Replogle. And scoring on the play is Ryan Kirk, making it a 2-0 lead. And reaching on an error is Anthony Myers. So a 2-0 advantage. That will bring Jacob Thompson, the first baseman, to the plate. Number 6 hitter here today as well. Pickoff move and runner back in safely. Josiah Lynn looks in. Now comes set and delivers. That's line foul up the third baseline. The 0-1 on Thompson. Again, defensively for Tulsa, Noah Brandon Johnson's out in left. Logan Stoltz will be in center field. Over in right is Evan Jacoby. Around the infield, Will Grantham is at third base. Shortstop today is Ben Replogle. Nano Moss will play second base. Keaton McDaniel's down at first. Behind the plate is Jimmy Coons. And on the mound is righty Josiah Lynn. And that pitch misses low and away. Now 1-1 the count. Myers with the lead as that fouled back to the fence. Again, I get our camera a little bit off kilter here. I'll adjust that in between innings. Pick off, move back to first, and runner in safely.
Well, I'm back, but I'm not sure for how long.
Off-speed pitch fouled on a play, and it will stay at 1-2. Quite obviously, our camera setup here is literally a camera leaned against the chain link fence. It's the only way we can get a clean shot. So when anybody hits the fence, it bumps the camera out a little bit, and we have to end up resetting it. And I'll get to that in a minute. That's lined off the glove of the pitcher, Lynn, and into center field. That will be a hit. So single off the bat of Thompson. Now runners at first and second with 2 outs and a 2-0 lead for the Royals. And Nick Malagisi, the catcher, will come to the plate, trying to keep things going here for the Royals. Lynn comes set and delivers. This fastball misses up and away. 1-0 the counts on Malagizi. Drake Bolger over on deck for Charlotte. As that fouled out of play. And go to 1-1 here.
You know, they got it. Looks like 28 playing center field, but we don't have a number 28.
Fastball misses up and away again. Now 2-1 the count. There's a few things here that are kind of puzzling.
Oh, it is.
Trying to work
It's
my
terrible.
way through that a little bit.
Oh, he's right here. It's.
There's a swing and a miss. And the count will even up at 2-2.
Okay, I got one of them figured out. Rogan Stoltz is center field. He's being pinch hit for. Designated hit for.
2-2 delivery. And that's popped out of play.
Rogan Stoltz. So when they don't, sometimes they don't hand you a lineup, and then by word of mouth it gets.
Yeah, we got to
up.
kind of work with it. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Nick Malagizi. Well, some damage done. 2 runs in the inning on a couple of hits. We did have an error and a couple of strikeouts as well. Going to the bottom of the first, Charlotte has a 2-0 lead, should be, right? Tulsa Noah due up next. Take a break, come back here in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. To the bottom of the first we go, a 2-0 lead for the Royals here over the Jaguars.
A little high.
So, all right, let me try to I'm trying to get a couple of things rearranged here, so I have this set up the way I need it to be. So Evan Jacoby leads things off here for the Jags. That's called a strike. Count goes to 1-1. It's Jacoby, Replogle, and Jimmy Coons, the 1-2-3 hitters for the Jaguars to start this one off today. And there's a soft liner out into left, and that is going to fall in for a single. So a leadoff single off the bat of Evan Jacoby. Defensively for the Royals, Seth Graves is in left, Mitch Zagoda is in center, David Boger is out in right, Ryan Kirkleby at third. That's Matthew Evdeman at shortstop. Anthony Myers will be at second. Jacob Thompson's down at first. Nick Malagizi is behind the plate. And lefty Will Franklin with the start for the Royals here. That one misses low. Runner goes from first. Throw is not in time. And a stolen base for Evan Jacoby.
I never got to see what you did with the Carolina when she left out a person on. How you get that figured out?
I don't think I have yet. Jacoby with the lead. Franklin's delivery home misses away. And 1-0 the count, or excuse me, 2-0 the count on Replogo.
Okay, Will Franklin bats either before or after Myers. We'll get that next time up.
And this misses low, a little bit of an off-speed pitch. And the count moves now to 3-0. So for Tulsa Noah, Evan Jacoby leading off and playing right. Ben Replogo batting second and playing short. Catcher Jimmy Coons hits third. The DH is the cleanup hitter. And that would be Matt Merrill, as we had a walk issued here to Ben Replogle. So Matt Merrill batting fourth, the DH. Hitting fifth is Will Grantham. He'll play at third base. Nano Moss, the second baseman, hits sixth. Batting seventh out in left field is Brandon Johnson. Hitting eighth at first base is Keaton McDaniel. And batting ninth is the pitcher Josiah Lynn. Of course, after this walk here, the Jaguars with a little bit of business working. So the Royals have a meeting at the mound, which is a good thing because my lineups or rosters or something here are still a disaster. I'm trying to.
It all fell apart. I'm sorry.
yes,
it
it did.
all fell apart.
I thought I had it fixed once. I think I do now. I hope.
I hope so. I really do.
All right, so Jimmy Coons stands in. Runners at first and second for the Jags. Here with nobody out, bottom of the first, a 2-0 lead already for the Royals as that fastball misses away. And taking a long time as Will Franklin.
Just thinking this could be a long game.
If it goes at this pace, it will be. Delivery home, off speed, misses up and in. And now it's a 2-0 count. I don't know if they're getting signs crossed up or what, but
something.
Catcher Malagizi went straight out there again. 2-2 delivery. This popped up into right field, drifting out and making the play from second base is Anthony Myers. And now one gone. That will bring Matt Merrill to the plate.
All right, now.
So Merrill will stand in. He is the cleanup hitter, also DHing today. Jags trying to get something going here in the first, already trailing 2-0. This misses low. Good stop by Malagizi behind the plate.
Yeah, that's one of those we forgot to get in there. Rogan Stoltz is the guy who's DHing for. He's playing center field for him.
Now again, delivery Holmes, the lefty fires. Boy, that's hit a ton to center field, and that's going to be a lot of trouble. One run is in. A second run is going to score. Heading towards third base is Merrill, and he is going to cruise in with a 2 RBI triple, and this game is tied up at 2 here in the first.
Wow. That's the second ball we've seen like that today, where the center fielder just turned around and starts galloping as fast as they can back to the fence, because they are not going to get it. We said before the last game, this field is college size, so it's got extra feet out to the fence in all fields. Hard to hit a home run, a lot of territory to cover.
Well, Jags already on the scoreboard, and they have scored a ton of runs in this tournament. In fact, lead that stat by quite a ways, as I understand.
Boy, so far you can see why.
That misses up and away. Will Grantham, the number 5 hitter, up at the plate now. And this misses low, and now it's 2-0. And if you're Will Franklin, you can't afford to get behind in the count too many times, because then you have to end up giving them something to hit, and this is the team you don't want to do that with. Franklin's delivery, fastball up and in, and now it's 3-0. This might end up being 18-15.
Could be.
Boy, there's a nice stop behind the
was.
plate by Malagizi. It is a walk, but he managed to save a run by keeping that in front of him.
Well, Grantham gets a base and balls. That was a really good stop by Franklin. Jeezy getting down there and blocking down on the inside of the plate there. I think it might have even caught the corner of the plate, made it bounce true, and helped him out a little bit possibly.
Nano Moss to the plate. There goes a runner at first. Fastball called a strike down the middle, and just cruising into second is Will Grantham. I am not going to give that a stolen base, because they just let him go ahead and take it.
Yeah, they made no attempt to stop it. Kind of always puzzled me.
There's a good pitch over the inside corner for a strike.
Now, if I'm this third baseman, Ryan Kirk over here, if he's going to be that far off of me, I'm behind third base line, doesn't pay any attention to you, I can get a bigger lead than that.
Well, he might get a secondary lead here.
I'm going to watch him and see.
Because you're right.
He's not getting
third
a very
baseman
good lead
Ryan
at third
Kirk
base.
is nowhere near him.
No, he's not.
Fouled back on a play.
I mean, he could get about a third of the way down that line.
Count will stay at 0-2.
And any kind of a ball in play or pass ball, you get a score out of that. Mystifies me.
Delivery here, bounces in again.
Nice stop.
Malagizi with a good stop behind the plate. Boy, he's had his work cut out for him here early. 1-2 the count on Moss with 1 out in the first, all tied up at 2.
How'd you like the job every game of washing his uniform? Those white pants, and oh boy.
Tell you the job I wouldn't want today is that umpire wearing all that black.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
And this misses low and in.
This is getting serious.
Now it goes to 2-2.
Nano Moss has a brother named B-E-E-J Moss, Beej Moss.
And there's a little blooper
Base
out in the
hit.
left. That's going to fall in for a single, and another run is in. And that will make it 3-0 off an RBI single off the bat of Nano Moss. Now runners at first and second.
That'll make it what?
With just one out, and it's a 3-2 lead for Tulsa Noah.
Now they've cut into that lead pretty drastically. It may not be done yet. Here's another being on the mound.
The problem is, I really don't. The way they hit the ball, unless you got some sort of secret weapon pitcher, you're saving. I don't.
Here comes your pitcher, Pat Castleberry.
All right. So Pat Castleberry will take over on the
wait
mound.
A minute. Take that back.
Wait, that's not Castleberry.
That's the wrong
That's
team.
Tulsa Noah. We need 5 in
We
Carolina.
don't have a 5.
Let me take a look. Take a quick glance.
Yeah, we don't have a 5. You better take a look, Horace.
No.
No.
Wait, no, yes we do. Isaiah Boger.
Oh, they had him listed as 55.
So
Okay,
Isaiah
fine.
will come on in relief.
And I think he's going to take Will Franklin's place in the lineup, right?
I think so, because I don't think Will came back out. So
No. At least he hasn't yet. Isaiah Bolger. That's where I had they left the person out of the lineup when they gave it to me. It's supposed to go either right before Anthony Meyer or right after. I think it's right before. Well,
I'll tell you something. This has been a long first inning.
it has been. Might be setting a record here for pretty soon.
Pushing about a half hour here in inning 1.
You get a bonus for long innings.
Right. Yeah, true. Well, there's runners at first and second.
Oh, boy.
And a 3-2 lead for the Jags here, and they are not done by any stretch of the imagination.
Now, I didn't get the Carolina coach's name, but you might say, first inning, why did you do this? Well, this is, you lose this and you're out of the championship. And then, so you still got the lead, and your pitcher is struggling mightily.
And if you're watching at home, and it looks really nice on your computer monitor or your phone or tablet or smart TV or whatever you happen to be watching this on, it's because it is. It is beautiful here today.
No, it sure is. Wind out of the south, just a slight breeze. You're going to have to move the flag out there. Stride.
Fastball right down the middle. Snap throw down to first is not in time. So the count at 1-1 on Brandon Johnson.
All right, guys leading off in first and second right now.
Boger delivers. That misses low and away. Now 2-1 the count. And runners lead off of first and second. This foul back out of play. And the count will even up at 2-2. Delivery here chopped. A big hopper out towards short. Played there by
Wild throw to second.
the shortstop. Ends up putting that ball into the outfield. And just like that, it's now a 4-2 lead with runners at first and second. So the error costs the Royals here as Grantham scores. And now runners once again at first and second.
Well, Isaiah did his job. He got him to bounce into a bouncing ball into the shortstop. It would have been a sure out, either second or first. but the ball wasn't hit hard. And when the ball wasn't hit hard, it made Matthew kind of hurry his throw to second, and he did. He threw it behind the second baseman running over.
And this fastball right down the middle. The count evens up at 1-1 on Keaton McDaniel. 4-2 the lead for Tulsa. And that misses away, and now a 2-1 count. Boy, still only one out.
Yeah, I was thinking the Royals were ahead. They weren't.
No.
I'm sorry about that.
There's a chopper back up the middle of the infield. The flip to second for one. The throw to
Got
first
it.
is in time.
Nice double play.
So the 4-6-3 double play will end the inning. 4 runs in the inning for Tulsa Noah on 3 hits. There was an error and a couple of walks as well. Take a break. We'll go to the second inning. It's a 4-2 lead for Tulsa Noah here over the Carolina Royals. Be back here in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. All right, to the second inning we go. It is a 4-2 lead for Tulsa as the Royals trying to get something started. A chopper down towards first as Keaton McDaniel will play it himself. And 1 up, 1 down as Drake Boger retired 3 unassisted to begin the second. So it's 7, 8, 9 hitters due up here. I must have something wrong here. This chopped down towards second. This is Boger, and he is retired 6-3. Did I have that wrong, or did Malagisi strike out last inning?
Probably was Jacob Thompson. Here's what the problem was. That's where they left out the player.
Oh, that's how he got thrown off. Okay.
Yeah, up above that should be Isaiah Boge.
That misses inside. I don't know. With whoever, if that name's left out of the roster, that definitely threw everything off. There's a strike down the middle, and the count will move to 1-1 because I don't have any idea where we're at in this scorecard. I'll have to figure that out in between innings.
Okay. Just keep your things in the right order over there for right now, and I'll get it straightened out here.
Fastball misses up and away. We are at the number 9 hitter now, right?
No, I think
Back around the top of the order?
Yeah, top of the order. That was Drake Boger just bounced out to the. Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly. This lineup that we got is interesting. That misses away, and the walk issued to Michael Zagodas. He'll head down to first. Well, at least I know I have that much right. And that should be And now Matthew Evdeman to the plate here.
All right, I'm going to keep track of who goes up, and we'll get this straightened out.
Yeah, I somewhere in here something was left out or
Well, when she read them to me,
or
she left one out. She missed it.
okay. Well, then that's probably where it's all gone south. There's a fastball down the middle for a strike. So Zagota down there at first, Evdeman at the plate, and on deck should be Ryan Kirk for the Royals here with 2 outs.
Throw to first.
In the top of
Not
the
in
second. Apologize for not keeping track of that either, but as you can tell, we're trying to figure out these roster things here. I'll get that scoreboard updated for you. Off-speed pitch.
Nice
There's
pitch.
a swing and a miss. Boy, talk about pulling the string. There it is.
Boy.
And an 0-2 count on Evdeman. So Zagota with the lead down there at first. Now we have time behind the plate. Lynn comes set and delivers. Fastball misses up, and cruising into second base is Zagota. So now a runner in scoring position for the Royals here. Now Lynn comes set and delivers home. Off-speed pitch missing away, and the count will move to 1-2.
Ooh, Deuce is running wild out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And that misses low.
Well, that could have been a strike. That was close. That was close. Matt should be thankful for that.
So again, the Royals with a good opportunity here. Here's the delivery home by Lynn. Check swing, and they're going to say no swing. So headed down to first with a walk is Matthew Evdeman. So runners at first and second here. And Ryan Kirk, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. He has an RBI single, a stolen base, and a run scored.
Yeah, the first 3 would be correct.
Yeah, obviously I missed something here.
And the first 4 will be correct. After that, we don't know which way this comes in. It either goes before or after the next batter. So
fastball misses away. 1-0 the count on Kirk. Those things happen from time to time. Not a whole lot you can do about it except just.
No, that was just one of those mistakes.
So runners at first and second here. That misses inside. Now 2-0 the count.
And I got busy over here writing these up, and I forgot to go back and change it.
That's all right. It'll all work out in the end.
Well, Mr. Ryan, you got a chance now. Get a couple guys on base.
This ripped in the left field and right at Brendan Johnson, who makes the play. So Brandon hauls that in, and that will end the inning. No runs in the inning for the Royals. There were no hits. There were a couple of walks, though. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 2, a 4-2 lead for Tulsa Noah here over the Carolina Royals. Be back here with more in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. And there is a line shot into center field and a leadoff single off the bat of Josiah Lynn, the pitcher.
You know, it's a shame these Jaguars can't bat.
Right, they definitely can do that. There's no problem with that.
They can really hit the ball.
All right, back around to the top of the order, and Evan Jacoby, he has a single, a stolen base, and a run scored already today. A 4-2 lead for Tulsa Noah here in the second. We have nobody out.
Yeah, I did give a little toss over first base just to say I'm thinking about you.
And that misses. Pickoff throw over to first and runner back in safely as Isaiah Boger, who came on in relief of Will Franklin. Will pitched 1/3 of an inning and is responsible for all 4 runs that are on the board. Bunt
nice
up the
bunt.
first base line. It is pretty nice. Isaiah's going to have to hurry to first, and they do get him by about a half a step. Good play from Isaiah to get over there and avoid throwing the ball into the runner. So 1-3 goes the put out. That does move Lynn up to second base, and now Ben Replogle to the plate. He scored his last time up.
Is it right he had a base on balls?
Yes,
okay.
That is correct.
I'm trying to catch up with mine here, too.
And that misses away. 1-0 the count on Replogle with Jimmy Coons over on deck.
Isaiah seems to have a little zip on that ball.
Boger delivers home. Fastball
right
is
field.
Popped up into right. Playable there for David Boger. And he'll put that away. And now 2 gone in the inning.
Well, it'll bring Mr. Jimmy Coons up, catcher.
So Coons, the number 3 hitter, is 0 for 1. As he popped out to the second baseman in his only at bat. Here's a sharp roller out towards short, played there by Evdeman. His throw to first gets away, and this will allow the courtesy runner for Josiah Lynn to score. That's Dan O'Connor, and it's now a 5-2 lead off of the error on that play.
Yeah, Matt Evdeman at shortstop there again. Trying to get a little extra on the throw. Really blistered it across there, but he got down in the grass and the dirt with it. And unfortunately for them, Jacob couldn't pull it out of the dirt.
So now a 5-2 lead for the Jags here in the bottom of the second. And Matt Merrill, the cleanup hitter, and also the DH stands in. That's ripped foul up the third base line.
Boy, he got around in that. Way around on it.
Merrill's only at bat was a 2 RBI triple in the first. And he also later scored. And he can hit the ball a ton. This misses in. Boy, that was a nice stop behind the plate by Malagizi again. 1-1 the count.
Carolina definitely doesn't want to give up any more runs.
Off-speed pitch.
Ooh.
That misses
pretty good.
away. So now 2-1 the count. Really nice looking pitch from Isaiah there.
Sure was.
So Boger comes set, glances back to second, now delivers home. That does miss away. And the count now at 3-1.
Yeah, Matt can be very thankful that one was called a ball.
Boger comes set, glances at second, now delivers. This popped up. should be playable. Drifting in from right field and making the catch is David Boger, and that will do it for the inning. So 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There was an error as well. We'll head to the third, a 5-2 lead for the Tulsa Jaguars here over the Carolina Royals. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. So David Graves with a ground out 6-3 to start the third inning. And here's where we got a little bit of our mix up here. So we've got
Well, 22. Will Franklin. He's still batting. So, Will Franklin should be there before Anthony Meyer.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and change all of this as we go because, I didn't have Will Franklin even in this.
No, she left him out
roster. So that's okay. We'll make an adjustment and move with it going forward here. So the wind up and the pitch, this ripped right back up the middle and then played by the shortstop. A good throw to first as Ben Raplogel with the play out there at short for the Jags. And a couple of back-to-back 6-3 putouts. And that should mean Anthony Myers is to the plate.
Anthony Myers, number 4. It is Anthony Myers.
Okay. Well, after the next inning or two, by the time this game is over, I'll have this figured out. There's an off-speed pitch. That misses up 1-0. The count. Josiah. Well,
I think this is the first time we've had that happen to us.
Josiah Lynn has been pretty good after that little bit of trouble in the first inning. He's managed to settle down a little bit. 2-0 the count on Myers here.
That he has. Nice pitch.
Good looking pitch over the outside corner, and the count moves to 2-1.
Boy,
it's like I said before, our vantage point here is pretty incredible where we're at. I mean, that's about as close to the plate as you're going to get without catching it ourselves.
I'm telling you, we get almost called balls and strikes the whole game right here. We're not very far behind the plate.
That popped out of play. Count goes to 2-2.
Tell you what, I hate to be sitting here without a screen.
And there's a check swing on a pitch low and in. The count will go full at 3-2. Oh, once again, I got to start keeping up with these out situations a little bit better. People at home are going to be yelling at me.
Yeah. So you need a few phone calls. Well.
I'm not used to running the scoreboard and doing this all at the same time. As when we come down here, it's something different that I try to add in. There's a liner out towards short, and that hops off the glove of Ben Raplogel. And so Anthony Myers will reach.
That was a difficult play. He tried to backhand it, and probably he should have moved over another step and gotten it in front of him. Kind of let it play him. That was a tough bounder, though. That was a hard play.
All right, Jacob Thompson to the plate. Off-speed pitch is a strike over the inside corner. 0-1 the count on Jacob. Royals trying to get something started here in the third to get back a couple of runs that they've given up. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch over the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2.
All right.
That misses away all the way back to the screen. And cruising out into second base is Anthony Myers. Now a runner in scoring position for the Royals as they trail it 5-2 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, they could use a run or two right here. He gets a single now. He could bring one in.
There's a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Jacob Thompson.
That wasn't a cheap one either.
No runs in the inning. There was one strikeout and an error as well. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 5-2 is the lead for the Jags here over the Royals. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. All right, head to the bottom of inning number 3. And a 5-2 lead for the Jags here.
And the Jags are going to send their third baseman, Will Grantham, in.
So that's misses away. Count evens up at 1-1 on Grantham. Grantham, Moss, and Johnson. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up here. That misses up high. Now a 2-1 count. That popped up on the infield. Should be playable for the pitcher and is for Isaiah Boger. And 1 out for the Jags here in the third.
Brings up Nano Moss, second baseman. Got a single last time up, right over in left field.
You know what, once that sun gets to a certain point, you can actually see stuff here, and it makes it
see what you're doing.
a little bit more enjoyable. Delivery here from Boger. That's called a strike over the inside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count on Moss. Moss is 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the first inning. There's a hard grounder in between the hole at short and third. And on with a single is Moss. That will bring Brandon Johnson to the plate. Johnson, the number 7 hitter, reached on an error back in the first.
Moss did virtually the same thing his first time up. Wasn't on the ground that time, but he got a sharp single in his left field. Good swing. Bat is quick.
Podger with a pickoff move to first and runner back in safely. Again, Podger comes set. Pickoff throw, and they got him picked off in between first and second. A little bit of run down here.
Oh,
and that
lost the ball.
Hits the runner in the helmets. And that will allow back to first base, Nano Moss. Well, they had him picked off.
They sure did.
They had an out right there waiting for him, but they couldn't quite execute the rundown the right way. And the throw hits Moss and will allow him to go back to the bag, and now we'll kind of reset things here.
Start over just like it didn't happen. But at least he didn't get second base.
Yep. It's a good pickoff move from Isaiah, too.
It was.
There's a sharp grounder down to third. They go to second for one, and I don't think he ever had it.
Nope. He was trying to throw it as he caught it, and he didn't make a full catch.
Ooh, they're going to call him out, saying it was a transition.
Oh, transitioning it from the glove to his hand. Well, it looked like he was trying to throw it, but I'm not sure he ever caught it.
He didn't catch it, but it's fine. Let's say he caught it, and we went to take the ball out of the glove. The transition made it to where it's out. But and that, you know,
that's a ref's call,
yep.
umpire's call.
Oh yeah, that's.
And they can come out and question about it, but it's going to stay. It's going to stand.
So.
Nice.
So the fielder's choice makes it now 2 outs. Johnson's down there at first, and Keaton McDaniel to the plate for Tulsa. There's a chopper. Oh, nice pick down there at first base. Woo, that's a good play. Jacob Thompson with a little backhand stab, picks it up and steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. Boy, that's nice work from Jacob down there.
Yeah, delights a coach to see a guy make a play like that.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the top of the 4th. Right now, the Jags lead the Royals 5-2. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. To the top of the 4th we go. Off-speed pitch, a little blooper out towards right, and that is going to fall in for a leadoff single off the bat of Nick Malagizi. I think we've almost caught up to everything being pushed down in the order.
One more person. All right. It's got to be pushed yet. Oh, this is it right here, isn't it? Dave Bozier.
Well, let's see. So David Bozier will stand in. I think this is finally the
I think you got it all the way through.
last one. I hope. Ripped out into right. That will fall in. Rounding second and tripping around second base was Nick Malagizi. He manages to get back to the bag. He was thinking about coming to third, but once he got tripped up, he had to head back to the bag. But it's a couple of nice singles off the bat of Malagizi and now Bozier.
And the Carolina Royals are knocking at the door.
Runners at first and second. And we're back around to Michael Zagota, correct?
Yeah, yes, we
Okay,
are.
good. I think I finally got it all taken care of. And that pitch gets away from the catcher, Jimmy Coons. Now everybody's going to move up a base. Well, things are working here a little bit for the Royals.
Yeah. They're down 5-2. We got guys in second and third. No outs.
Everybody playing in on the grass, and I mean way in on the grass. Keaton McDaniel down there at first, about a third of the way in between first and home.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd play that far in on this or not. You got a 3-run lead.
Grantham way in on the grass at third, too. There's a strike.
You don't have much reaction time. You have to be in the right place at the right time in that close.
Not really sure why you bring in the defense anyway with a
know
3-run lead.
That's what I was wondering.
But this fouled back out of play. Count will go to 2-2.
I mean, I would.
I mean, it's just a preference thing, I guess, as a coach. But
I'd almost be willing to.
If the tying run was at second, I might think about it a little. Well, now they drag back the shortstop at second baseman again, back to regular depth. And there's a regular grounder out to second base. Moss plays at the first, gets the out there. Everybody will move up a base. And scoring from third is Malagizi. That will move Bozier up to third base off the 4-3 putout of Zagota. And now Matthew Evdeman to the plate with another runner in scoring position and one gone here in the fourth. There's a little bunt up the first base line. That could be a little bit of trouble, but I think they did manage to get the tag on, and they do. Good play by Keaton McDaniel. Bunt, another run scores. So a nice piece of hitting here from the top part of this lineup.
Well,
there's a 5-4 lead now for Tulsa Noah with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Ryan Kirk, the number 3 hitter, to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. That's fouled out of play. 0-2 the count on Kirk. Well, that's just nice baseball from the Royals. Push across a couple of runs by any means necessary.
That's right.
There's a swing and a miss on a fastball up high, and down on strikes goes Ryan Kirk. But that is a nice inning for the Carolina Royals as they get right back in this thing. Couple of runs in the inning on a couple of hits as well. There was one strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 5-4 is the lead for Tulsa Noah here over Carolina. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. To the bottom of the fourth we go. As the Jaguars lead at 5-4 over the Royals.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to look to get some more runs back. They gave up 2 runs that inning and make this a much closer game.
I believe there's an equipment issue with the pitcher for the Royals. His glove's sitting out there with the ball in it, but he's nowhere to be found.
I'll be dog. We're short one pitcher.
So they're waiting on this. Just a reminder, we've still got another game to come your way here this afternoon, the second Division I semifinal. That is scheduled for 2 Eastern. It is 12:45 Eastern time right now. This game has not been the quickest of games, but the first inning took a while. The next 2 or 3 innings have been pretty much normal speed.
Normal. Yeah, they have been.
But we appreciate your patience with us here early on today, trying to make sure we get all the bugs out of the system. We have a brand new broadcasting system that we've tried to put in place here. I mean, we literally replaced everything. Laptop, camera, mixing board. Headsets and stuff are still the same, but a lot of the other stuff that we use is different, and that allows us then to be able to bring you that HD feed that you're seeing not only on your phones but your tablets. If you have a smart TV at home, which, by the way, those smart TVs are a very good investment if you have them, because things like this you can just pull up right there on the TV and you can sit in your living room like you're watching any other sporting event and take a look at it. It's worth the extra money if you can afford it, because you can do a lot of stuff like this right here, which is
unless it does like mine.
Things. Well, unless your TV just shuts off randomly for no apparent reason, because that's been what's going on. But
mine just started shutting off when we got down here and got a call from his mother, my wife, and just shuts off on her.
It is nice. I mean, I have one at school that we use in the classroom, and we were watching some of our basketball team's games earlier this year in class when they were in a couple of tournaments, and just kind of cool to have one. All right, well, I think we got everything set and ready to go. Isaiah Boger's pitch is right down the middle, and a strike to Josiah Lynn. 9-1-2 due up here for the Jags. That one misses low. Bottom of the fourth and a 1-run lead for Tulsa Noah. Boger's pitch is popped up and I believe out of play up the third base line.
Don't know what Isaiah's problem was, what he was working on, but something. But he did come back. I thought for a while maybe he wasn't going to pitch, but he did, came back.
And that misses low. And now the count pulls even at.
Well, if you've been noticing, if you're watching on TV very carefully, he's missing, but he's missing low.
There's a roller out towards short. That took a big hop. And the throw to first is not in time. That was just a nasty hop. There's not much that Evdeman's going to be able to do with that.
I just add to that Jacob Thompson over at first base backhanded that ball and reached about as far as he's a big fella. And he came up with that ball. I don't know how.
I think I'm going to go with a hit on that. There's not much you can expect him to do with that play.
Oh, I think that was a tough play right there.
Leading off at first is, I believe, is it a courtesy runner or is it a Lynn himself? I'm sure
Number 24.
It's Dan O'Connor, the same courtesy runner they had last time around.
Yeah, would we be considered official scorers here?
Right. Pickoff throw over to first is not in time.
I'll vote for a base hit as well.
There's a chopper. This is going to be a tough play for Isaiah, and he's not going to be able to make it. That was just a hard one. Between him and the third baseman, Ryan Kirk, trying to decide who's going to take it, and Boger played it, but This is such an odd position to make a throw from, falling back toward the third base line and then trying to get it back to first that couldn't quite get there. And now runners at first and second with a couple of really weird singles.
Yeah, what he could have done was let that go on at the third baseman who was there wanting to take it. He was already facing the play at first. He might have had a shot at him, but there was no way that Isaiah could make that play.
Bunt comes back to the screen here.
In fact, he showed probably pretty good athleticism just getting the play accomplished. But not in time for the out.
0-1 the count on Ben Replogle. Ben reached on a walk and scored in the first. In the second inning, he flying out to right. There's a high chopper out towards short. Oh, there's a nice pick, and what a throw. My goodness. Matthew Evdeman at short.
That was beautiful.
Snagged that and fired it to first. That might be the best defensive play we've seen all day right there. And runners do move up to second and third here with now one out in the fourth. Now Jimmy Coons steps up to the plate here. That pitch missing, low and away. Coons on the day popped out to second base in the first inning and reached on an error in the second.
And you do have the option of walking him, but the problem is you have to face Matt Merrill. And he's only got a triple on his books already today.
That a fastball misses away. Now 2-0 the count on Jimmy Coons. That like a pretty good pitch to me. That misses up high, and now 3-0 the count.
He's got a pretty stiff strike zone. Pretty narrow.
Some runners lead off a second and third here. Poacher comes set and delivers. There's a strike right down the middle at the knees, and the count moves to 3-1.
I mean, they might be excessively worried about this batter.
Strike over the inside corner at the knees. And the count now 3-2. Full count. Good job by Isaiah to work himself back in here.
Yeah. One thing that if he walks, he can set up a double play ball. So it's not out of the world.
And this hit deep to center. Back on the run is Zagoda. He's not going to be able to get this over his head and rolls deep into center field. 2 runs are in. Off the 2 RBI double off the bat of Jimmy Coons.
And if that had been again in a high school field, it might have been out of here in deep center field. It bounced off the fence the way it was. And I tell you what, you got to hit the ball a ton to bounce it off the field and a hop, off fence and a hop here.
Well, that extends the lead back out to 7-4 for the Jags.
You see why he bats third, and then look who's up now. Would you like to face that?
Yeah, it doesn't get a whole lot easier. Matt Merrill up there. He has a 2 RBI triple and a run scored today. He also flied out to right field in his last at bat as that pitch misses away. And again, if Isaiah can get out here, keep this a 3-run game, you're still all right. Fastball missing in. Count goes to 2-0.
Remember the time we were doing that game in Tennessee, that tournament, and Javier Baez went to that whole tournament?
Oh, my goodness.
Never got made an out.
I have never seen – I mean, I've seen a lot of high school baseball, and I've seen back in our area, in our hometown, I've seen Division I talent, Tanner Rorak, who is a pitcher for the Washington Nationals, played for Wilmington. We did some of his games. I have never seen anyone with bat speed like that guy. Fastball missing high, and now a walk issued to Matt Merrill.
He literally went through the entire tournament, never made an out. Never made an out in baseball.
He put on.
How do you do that?
We're in that tournament in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee, and I mean literally the middle of nowhere. And after all of that tournament games, whatever, he put on a hitting exhibition just for the scouts that were there.
Boy, did he put on one.
That was unbelievable. There's a rip in the left field. That's going to fall in for a hit, but because it was right at the left fielder, this is not going to score runs. Still a good piece of hitting from Will Grantham, though.
That was a solid single to left field. And he just took a one hop to left fielder playing right there. So,
well, now you're in some trouble territory if you're the Royals. 7-4 is the lead for Tulsa. Bases are packed here. And Nano Moss up to the plate. And all Nano has done today is go 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and an RBI.
yeah, I'll tell you what, this lineup for the Jaguars is really fantastic. I mean, they're just tough.
So that fouled out of play.
When you say they lead the entire tournament in offense, I can see why.
So Boger comes set. Isaiah delivers here. Off speed misses up high.
No, and if you're a pitcher against them, you can't say, well, if I can get through this one here, I've got 3 or 4, easier outs. No.
No. There isn't a lull in the order. This fouled out of play. The count goes to 1-2.
Well, that answers my question. If it was Boger or Boger, dugout yelled, "Get away, Boger."
All right. Well,
We
where
were
are
getting
you?
it right. Sometimes we get it right, and sometimes we don't.
Well, more or less right. I would say a Boger, so that's pretty close. Off-speed pitch misses away, and the count will pull even at 2-2.
Now we can do him right and call him by his real name.
We
All
try
right.
to get those pronunciations, but
Sometimes
we got to hurry up and get on the air, and we don't have time to get quite everything. This miss is low and away.
Nice
Good
stop.
stop behind the plate by Malagizi.
Man, I tell you what, look at his poor pants.
Well,
He's made a living on that.
now you're down to get it done or else. 3-2 the count. Bases loaded. A 7-4 lead
There's nowhere
for
to put
Tulsa
him.
Noah. And let's see if Boger can make a pitch right here. And he does, but it's fouled back and out of play. And it'll
Boy.
stay at 3-2.
Yeah, give them both credit. The pitcher made his pitch in there and got it in for a strike, and Boger did the same thing. He made sure he got the ball, batting the ball to earn him another swing. So
Yeah, Nano has done a nice job at the plate, working this count.
tough out.
So Boger comes set now as he will get ready to deliver. Everybody gets a lead. And this is popped up. This could be trouble down the line, but plenty of time for the right fielder to make the play. Trying to tag and score from third as a runner. He's going to do that. Everybody moves up 2 bases. Now another run trying to score, and he is out by a country mile. But they do get one run across in Jimmy Coombs off of the fly out to right. Boy, that's an interesting way to score it in your book.
Yeah, what do you call that? Fielder's choice?
Yeah,
No?
I'll figure that out during the break. So 3 runs in. So 3 runs in the inning. 4 hits. There was a walk as well. So we'll head to the 5th. 8-4 is the lead for Tulsa Noah. Back here in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. That was a strike. Here as we go to the fifth. This is David Graves to the plate for the Royals, and a swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Graves, Franklin, Myers, 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Royals here in the fifth. Graves 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. And this popped up into right, drifting in and making the play on the run is Evan Jacoby. So 1 up, 1 down for the Royals in the fifth.
I was thinking of the time we watched Javier Baez, now with the Chicago Cubs, the hitting clinic. They have a catcher with them too on their team. He was put in there for hitting. Didn't do as good as Baez, but he made the best play in a game I've seen a high school catcher make. He was seated down in his squat behind the plate. Oh, excuse me, behind the plate. Javier moved him behind the runner at second base. He did not get up. He was sitting. Catcher does. And from the sitting position, he threw the runner out before they could get back to second base. I've never seen a stronger arm, I don't think, in any high school catcher.
Well, 1-1 on the count on the swing and a miss from Will Franklin. Oh yeah, he was catching people stealing and not getting up. This popped up down the first base line. Should be playable in foul territory, and it is for Keaton McDaniel. So 2 gone for the Royals here in the fifth. That will bring us to Anthony Myers. Myers on the day. Reached in a single in the first, reached on an error in the third. And the Royals starting to run out of opportunities now. That misses away. Well, Josiah Lynn has done a great job for the most part in this game. He's given up a couple runs here and there, but he's exhibited pretty good control.
Done a nice job.
He's kept his team right where they need it. You know, you give up 4, 5, 6 runs, you're okay because they're going to score that many typically. There's a soft liner right out towards short, played there on the run by Ben Raplogel. And a 1-2-3 inning for Lynn and the Jaguars defense. So no runs in the inning, no hits either. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. It's an 8-4 lead for Tulsa Noah. Back with more from the HWSA World Series Division I semifinals in just a moment. All right, a bunt to start off the bottom of the fifth, and that is going to be successful. So a bunt single off the bat of Brandon Johnson. And that brings up Keaton McDaniel. 7, 8, 9 hitters for Tulsa Noah in the fifth, an 8-4 lead for the Jags.
That was a nice effort by Nick Malagese. Made an effort, dove in the ground after he picked the ball and threw with all that catching outfit on. Just missed getting him. That was a nice bunt, nice run to first too. So you can't discredit that either.
So the pickoff throw over to first is not in time. Now speed pitch, bunted, foul up the third base line. So 0-1 the count. So McDaniel stands back in here. 0 for 2 on the day for Keaton.
0 for 2.
Boger flips it across to first and then runner back in again.
They better keep their eye on Isaiah. You know how you picked off that mess. Jags try to get a good lead over in first base too, no matter who's running.
It's called the strike over that inside corner, and the count goes to 0-2. There goes the runner at first. Chopper out towards short, flattened out a little bit. Good play by Evdeman, though, and fires it across to first.
Well, he does a nice job at shortstop.
He really does. Matthew plays an excellent shortstop. Good decision there to kind of back up and pick it and not rush to second. Just go ahead and get that out at first. So one gone here.
Some guys would try to rush that play and get up there and get that guy coming to second, but that was going to be a bang-bang play at best. And probably wouldn't get him. But he made that little step backward and had a beautiful play to first.
So Boger comes set. Now delivers. That's fouled out of play.
Yeah.
0-1 the count on Josiah Lynn, who's done a nice job on the mound today. He's also helped his own cause. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored as well. This popped up in the right field. This is playable there for Boger, and cruising up into third is Johnson. So now 2 gone. And back around to the top of the order for Evan Jacoby. Evan on the day is 2 for 3, couple of singles, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored.
Okay, Josiah, or Isaiah, you don't want this other run in, that's for sure. You're down 4 runs now. You got 2 innings left. Batting, and boy, you need to stop him here.
So that missed away. And this
look at
fastball
that.
hit right back up the middle into center field. Boy, nicely hit by Jacoby, his 3rd single of the day. And he picks up an RBI as well. As scoring is Johnson. That makes it now a 9-4 Jags lead.
This may not be astounding, but I think it speaks well of the Jaguars batting. They have not had a single strikeout today.
This misses away.
They've either walked or made contact with the ball every time they've come to the plate.
That is pretty phenomenal, actually. Now, I didn't even really think about that too much till you mentioned it. This misses up high. Thrown on the first is not in time. Now 2-0 the count on Replogle. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You don't see that very often. From top to bottom, 1 through 9, nobody strikes out in a game, not once.
Delivery here from Boger. That's a little low. Good stop behind the plate by Malagese again. Now the count goes to 3-0 on Replogle. for here. That misses low, and
That'll be some balls.
a walk issue puts runners
Here comes the light hitting Jimmy Coons up.
first and second. Looks like we might have a change here, maybe. See what they elect to do.
Isaiah could be getting tired. He came in the first
Yeah,
inning.
no, and he's done a pretty admirable job for having to come in right away and in relief.
Oh, he has nothing to be ashamed of. He's done a good job.
See if they leave him in or not. At this point, I'm not particularly well, I guess if you had somebody you wanted to go with, but you're going to need pitchers for tomorrow no matter what happens in this game.
So he's going to leave Isaiah in. Well, they're down 9-4. I don't know that you gain a whole lot by taking him out right now. He isn't pitching that bad yet. You know, he's not completely worn out.
Yeah, as long as he can start locating some stuff here.
Yeah, if it's really gone, I mean, if he's getting tired enough that he can't locate it, then yeah, you have to do something. That's a nice pitch.
A swing and a miss. That one right down the middle. 0-1 the count on Jimmy Coons. Actually, I think that might be. Taking a look at that. There goes the runners, and this bounces in as good stop behind the plate by Malagizi, but nothing he can do about the two runners taking off, that's for sure.
No, they had both broken into the pitch. When it bounced in front of him, he would never gotten them.
So 1-1 the count on Coons here. Jimmy is 1 for 3 as that misses away. Now 2-1 the count. He does have a 2 RBI double and a run scored in the 4th. And that's ripped fair inside that third base line. Rounding third and headed to the plate is Ben Replogle. And a couple of runs again. A 2 RBI double off the bat of Jimmy Coons. Well, that runs the lead up to 11-4 in favor of Tulsa, and we are going to have a change here. So we'll take a break, come back in just a moment, and we'll get you the new pitcher as well. Back in a minute. You're watching the HWSA World Series. All right, just about ready to get things back underway here. New pitcher is Sean Seal, who comes on in relief. By the way, some scoring updates from other games going on at the moment. Meridian, a 5-1 lead over Springdale. That's in the second inning. Haymarket, a 6-5 lead over St. Louis. That's in the fifth inning. Oklahoma City, a 6-4 lead on the Spring Mustangs. And Atlanta, a 6-3 lead on Richmond. That's in the third inning. That's kind of what's going on around every single diamond here at the moment. Pitch misses low. 1-0 the count on Matthew Merrill. The Seal comes on in relief here, and that ripped foul up the third base line. Count will go to 1-1. We're told by the guy keeping score up here that Sean has a sprained wrist. That's why it's all taped up, and a lot of these guys in this Royals team are beat up pretty bad. But they've managed to kind of stick with it here today. Off-speed pitch called a strike, and the count will go to 1-2.
The pitch runner at second base is Pat Castleberry, number 51.
Delivery here by Seal is low and knocked down by Majizi. And the count will stay at 2-2, or move to 2-2, excuse me. Two pitch, that misses low and away, and the count now full at 3-2.
Well, if you're going to be in Sean's shoes right now, no sense messing around. You're down 11-4, 2 outs, go after him.
And that hit foul up the first base line.
Right fielder's going over, no.
Up against the fence.
All right. Set him up and start over again.
Seal looks in. Comes set, glances back to second, delivers in. That misses low. And a walk issued to Matt Merrill. And that will bring Will Grantham to the plate. Grantham on the day is 1 for 2 with a single. He also reached on a walk and scored back in the first. Delivery home here. That bounces in. Good stop behind the plate again by Majizi. 1-0 the count on Grantham.
There's only a couple of people on this team that hasn't gotten a base hit.
And that popped up into right field. Should be playable and is for Boger out in right. And that will do it for the inning. 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. There were a couple of walks as well. We'll head to the 6th. 11-4 is the lead for Tulsa Noah. Back here in a moment. You're watching the HWSA. the 6th we go. That pitch misses low. 1-0 the count on Jacob Thompson. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up here for the Royals. Off-speed pitch misses low and away, and now 2-0 the count.
Josiah Lynn has stuck that through it thick and thin. He's still out there. Nice pitch.
Pitch right down the middle. And the count will move to 2-1. Tell you what, that breeze has picked up, though, blowing from the outfield straight into us.
Yeah, it used to be coming out of the south. Now it's coming out of the north.
It's popped up behind home plate. And off our 10 it goes.
Yes, I'm glad for the 10.
Didn't put a hole in or anything, did it? Well, it's not my 10 either, but I think it just popped off the top of it.
Florida Youth Soccer Association tent. Might be from right here.
Off-speed pitch.
Right
That's
field
hit deep down the right field line, and it
Whoa.
is foul. So the count will stay at 2-2.
Got a little power in his bat. Jacob Thompson.
2-2 delivery. That fastball up high.
Yeah, that's not what Josiah wanted. It got away from him that time.
3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes.
Wow.
Goes Jacob Thompson. One gone for the Royals here in the 6th. That brings Nick Malagizi to the plate.
Boy, he looks like a catcher. What's his name? Used to have the turkey with all the drumsticks on it.
Oh, John Madden.
John Madden. He's a John Madden player.
Oh my goodness, one of the all Madden team.
Yeah. He's
The
an
one that
all-Madden.
Tom Waddle got on because he wasn't afraid to get knocked out for running over the middle of the field.
Yeah.
That's a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count.
Set a record for using smelling salts.
Josiah Lynn winds and fires. Here's a slow roller out towards short. And that's going to end up being an error. It was going to be a tough play anyway, but Raploga was trying to pick it and throw at the same time because he knew he was going to have to rush it a little bit.
Yeah, that was a slow bouncer down through there, and he was playing deep and short. He was running up hard. Had to get clear up here by the grass on the infield before he got to the ball. And he was just making a swoop down there, hoping he came up with the ball, but he didn't. It was a hurry play, and that's the only way he was going to get him.
So Boger at the
Oh,
plate
nice.
line, shot into right field as this will go over the head of the second baseman.
Nice throw in to the second baseman.
And a single by David puts runners at first and second with one out here in the 6th. Background on the top of the order for Michael Zagota.
Rogan Stoles, the center fielder, went over and cut that off where it got to the fence and made that swing around and throw it in and I mean on the fly right to the second baseman while he's going to catch that ball and get it back in. Nice job of keeping the runners on first and second. But a couple base hits, base hit and an error. Now there's a chance for him to score again.
Fastball misses up. 1-0 the count.
He gave a sign of a bunt. So the first baseman and the third baseman come in on the grass again now.
And that pitch over the inside corner for a strike. It'll even up at 1-1.
He didn't much care about that call, but that was the way it goes.
Off-speed pitches inside. This game is definitely not going to set a record for fastest baseball game of all time.
Nope. That is not.
So that foul back to the screen. And
Now the
count
longest
it 2-2.
game we ever did, at least what felt like the longest game we ever did, was in girls volleyball up in Rockford.
Girls basketball.
Basketball, yeah. I'm
And this
sorry.
Chop foul up the first base line, so it'll stay at 2-2.
I never will forget that game, boy. I think they should have given a nickel for every jump ball they had.
Fastball misses inside. The count will go full at 3-2.
That was close. But this is not horseshoes or hand grenades.
So again, runners lead off at first and second. Lynn will deliver. That shot is foul up the first base line.
Boy, that was close.
I mean, it was just foul, but it did skip to the right of the bag.
It was in Noah's favor there that it did, because that was right down the line. That had scored a couple runs. Possibly.
Lynn delivers.
Uh-oh.
This is popped back out of play again.
Thought they were shooting at us again.
Win 11-4, the lead for the Jags here in the sixth with one gone. And this hit fairly deep into right, but should be playable and is for Jacoby. And everybody will stay where they're at. So 2 gone as Matthew Evdom into the play.
All right.
So Lynn comes set and delivers. Off-speed pitch misses low and away. Sometime of the day you need like a gigantic amount of caffeine or something. That's fouled over near the fence.
Wouldn't hurt a bit right now.
Goes to 1-1.
Wish I had a couple big tall glasses of iced tea. Has some caffeine in it, and it's really good.
Honors lead off of first and second. There's a swing and a miss as Lynn pulled the string just a little bit. 1-2 the count now in Evdeman. Lynn delivers home. That fastball misses low, and it'll even things up at 2-2. As a reminder, we have one more game here today, set for 2 o'clock. We're, of course, not going to be anywhere near that start time, but set for 2. That's the other Division I semifinal. And then we're back with you tomorrow as well for Championship Saturday. A couple of games here Saturday morning. One thing about it, the tournament this week has had nothing but great weather. And this popped up down the first base line, will be playable.
Got it.
And is caught there by Keaton McDaniel. And that'll do it for the sixth. 11-4 is the lead for the Jags over the Royals. Come back with the bottom of the sixth in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. To the bottom of the sixth we go. A bunt back out towards the mound, and that is going to be a bunt single. It's off the bat of Nano Moss. And a couple of times today that's been executed fairly well. This guy right here did the last one in Brandon Johnson.
Well,
and this gets all the way back to the screen. And out to second goes Moss.
Hey, when you were keeping stats here, is a pass ball an error on a pitcher then?
Oh my goodness. No.
They don't count that, do they?
Pass ball is on the catcher.
Completely.
Wild pitch is
wild
on,
pitch.
Wild pitch is on the pitcher. Pass ball's on the catcher.
And they're not. Are they counted as errors in this? Final
no. I don't think
separate.
So.
They're a separate thing together.
It's a separate category. That misses away. Now 2-0 the count.
Well, at least I did have that right. I couldn't ever remember it being counted as an error.
Not that I know of. And fastball misses away, and
it is an error, but it isn't. Well, the pitcher and catcher, they handle the ball every time, I guess, so they don't try to do that with them. But they do give pass balls and all that. So
right, a fastball right down the middle, and the count moves to 3-1 on Johnson.
Brandon Johnson, bunt single, a 1 for 3 today. Actually, 1 for 3. Because he got an error with first inning, I think. There is ball.
And there's ball 4. So the walk issued. Now runners at first and second. And Keaton McDaniel to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today.
Now that base and balls is not so bad because that sets up play at all 3 bases and a chance for double play.
You know, I was going to say if you get lucky, you could pull a triple play.
Yeah.
Did you see that triple play the White Sox got earlier this year?
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
It's the only time in the history of baseball that triple play has been done.
Is that right?
Now you think all the innings, all the years.
Over 100 years of baseball.
And that has never happened before. Well, the reason it hadn't is it's because of the order. You know, it was some crazy, like, 9, 3, 7, 8, 6, 2, triple play. It was something crazy that never would happen again. That hit by pitch as McDaniel gets beamed, and he'll head down there to first. Now the bases are loaded. And that will bring Josiah Lynn, the pitcher, to the plate. And he's done his share of damage today. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored.
Josiah Lynn, yep. Right.
That pitch right over the outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count on Josiah. That pitch misses inside.
Still no outs. Ball 1, strike 1, 2 men on first and second. Here we go.
1-1 delivery. This chipped foul up the first base lines. The count goes to 1-2. Sean Seal trying to work out of some trouble here, trying to get the Royals through the rest of this game. Seal will fire. Off-speed pitches up high. And the count will even up 2-2. That chopper down to first. You're going to step on the bag and get the out there. So 1 gone as the run scores.
All right. the leadoff batter steps up, Mr. Evan Jacoby. And he's got 3 for 4 with a sacrifice. Actually, 3 for 3 with a bunt sacrifice.
12-4 the lead now for the Jags. Jacoby has, 3 for 4 with 3 singles. He's scored 3 times and also has an RBI. This bounces in. Good stop behind the plate by Malagizian. Boy, he's
had it.
Done his share of work today.
Yeah.
That bounced up and just caught him.
I caught him in the wrong place.
Exactly in the wrong spot, just trying to catch his breath here.
Looked like I might have got him right on the neck or something. Yeah, he's staying down there. Let's see if I can get him. Okay, getting a little breath now. I guess he's going to stay in there. I tell you what, you don't have enough money pay me to play catcher.
Playing catcher's hard enough. Doing it on a 90-degree day is harder. Yeah.
And I still
not a whole lot of glamour about that position for sure. Fastball misses up high.
The first number of years in baseball, they never wore a glove. Fielders never wore a glove. So if you were catching a fastball pitcher, you caught him with bare hands.
This bounces in, and
they said the hands of those catchers were so bumpy and all from having broke so many bones. Now, I didn't want to catch with all that stuff on today to protect you and a big old mitt for your hand.
So 3-1 the count now on Evan Jacoby. And that misses away.
Another one, another base of ball.
And the walk issued to Evan, and now the base is loaded once again for Ben Replogle. One gone here in the sixth. 12-4 is the lead for the Jags.
Sean Seal trying to get through this inning.
Bounces away. Malagizi with a nice stop again. Manages to chase it down.
Well, all right, we got the bases full of Jaguars. One out. What Sean needs, double play. Right now he needs to get one over the plate because he's digging himself a big hole here.
Not only is he digging himself a big hole, he's getting Malagizi beat up behind the plate, I think.
Yeah, he's had a rough time back there. He could be ready for the showers when this gets done.
I think Seal is done. Everybody and their brothers coming in to change out gloves and everything else, so we'll see what they end up.
Well, Mr. Seal tried.
Here. Yeah, he did. He came in and gave it a go. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, give you the new pitcher here in just a moment. So Matthew Evdeman is the new pitcher here for the Royals. Sean Seal is done for the day. 12-4 the lead for the Jags here as that pitch misses low and away, and now a 3-1 count on Ben Replogo. Delivery here, that bounces in. That will walk in another run. And now the base is loaded. The score up 13-4. Delivery here from Evdeman. That's called a strike on a pitch down the middle. 0-1 the count on Jimmy Coons. Jimmy is relatively hot as of late. A couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs each time he's come to the plate in the last couple of innings. He has 4 RBIs on the day and 2 doubles. Also has a run scored. 1-1 the count on Jimmy. That bounces in, and now 2-1 the count. That'll miss low and away, and the count will go to 3-1.
Unless my eyes are deceiving me. There's number 38 playing first base for Carolina.
And there's ball 4, and that will walk in the winning run, as it is the 10-run rule. So this one will end 14-4 will be the final. As both these teams will shake hands. 14-4 is the win for Tulsa Noah over the Carolina Royals. We'll give you your final totals here in just a moment. All right, your final totals. Will Franklin, the original starter for Tulsa Noah, went 1/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, and walked 2. Isaiah Boger ends up getting the loss today. He pitched 4 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 9 hits, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. Sean Seal went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 2 hits, no strikeouts, 3 walks. Matthew Evdeman gave up 2 walks, did not pitch officially any part of an inning because of the 10-run rule. For the Royals, winning pitcher this afternoon is Josiah Lynn. Goes 6 innings, gives up 4 runs on 5 hits, struck out 5, and walked 2. So 4 runs, 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 2 on 6 innings. And Tulsa Noah, just too much offensive firepower for Carolina.
I was going back looking over that. You had Evan Jacoby had 3 singles, a base and balls, and a sacrificial bunt. And Matt Merrill had a triple and 2 walks. You had Nano Moss with 3 singles during the day. Then you had Josh Lynn with a complete game victory. And on top of that, the entire Jaguar team never had a strikeout, even after we mentioned before, never had a strikeout the whole day. Absolutely amazing. On the other side, Isaiah Boger came in and did a nice job. Oh, thank you. Did a nice job of filling out that after that third inning by his starter. Came and held the people in check. Gave him a chance. Just kind of ran out of gas. So Jaguars, a good victory for them.
All right, that will do it here for this one. 14-4 win for Tulsa Noah. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your last game of the day, another Division I semifinal. We'll have that for you in just a little bit, about a half hour or so before that game gets underway. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching the HWSA World Series.